Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of NFL Sports. NFL what? It's NSD, baby. North Sports Dynasty in the house. And I am coming to you live from my basement. But from the workspace. That's the best part about the Fridays. So I get to be in here talking to everybody about not only Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not only fantasy football, but just sports in general. And now, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, today is a special day. That's right. It's Tampa Bay Buccaneer football day. We got the season about to start tomorrow, 5:30 our time. Right, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, something around there. So many different time zones, can't understand exactly where they are, but it's around 5:30 p.m. my time, so I'm assuming 7:30 p.m. Eastern time? No, it's going to be 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's got to be. Anywho, I'm going to be covering you all about that show, all about that stuff. I can't talk right now. I'm so jumbled. So many guests tonight talking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, talking about all things Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got 4 questions for all the people coming on today, including starting it up with Alyssa, who is from Let's Talk Football. She's also Tom Brady's biggest fan. Don't tell her otherwise. I was going to say, don't let her tell you otherwise, because that would be the opposite of what you. Yeah. Don't tell her otherwise, because she is the best Tom Brady fan out there. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to like and share and follow the show, because we're also going to have Ben Cornett from the NFL edition is going to be joining us soon. Sedor from the Krewe show will also be making an appearance later on tonight. And we're going to be asking them 4 questions tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What? And then actually technically to all of you fans out there as well. What is your regular season prediction? What or how far in the playoffs do you see the Buccaneers going? Because do we really not think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to make the playoffs? Let's be realistic here, ladies and gentlemen. How many yards do you think Tom Brady throws? A lot of people are probably going to say 0 because they're like, oh, he's never going to play again, which we'll get into that here before we start getting our guests on. And of course, is this Tom Brady's last season? We'll be going through these questions and asking you, the fans, not only of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but of any Tampa Bay sports team, of course, but also of any NFL team that's out there. Because we got, of course, Sean Spencer in the house saying best show on Friday night. So glad football is back. Christopher Cole with the first comment of the night says, hey, what's up, everybody? Let's fucking go. Pardon my language to some of our younger audiences out there. I do apologize. Of course, Christopher Cole coming in here. Well, it looks like Zach Wilson went down with a knee injury and people still want Brady to play. So much hate. I agree. Zach Wilson's injury does look pretty bad, at least from what early reports are saying, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves just too quickly. We want to make sure that he's obviously ready and available and that the injury isn't necessarily too bad before we start declaring him out. Obviously, if you're a fantasy football guy like me, you got to go and pick up the backup as fast as you can, especially in our league, Superflex. That's just the way it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Lance hit 2 early TDs and is looking sharp in preseason. That is looking good in preseason. Ash Swinton says, hey, thank you for tuning in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's start this thing off with a little bit of Bucs talk before we start getting our guests in here. We're going to let them file in. So let's start it off with a little bit of Bucs talk with leaving Tom Brady the F alone. The man is 45 damn years old. The man owes us, the fans, technically nothing. We all demand to make money off of his signatures and everything else like that. So, does he really care about us deep down? Well, yeah. He's probably the one quarterback out there that actually really does care about the fans and also the integrity of the sport. That's why the man has played for, how long now? He's 45 years old. He went off into retirement. He didn't like the way that he was retired. He didn't like the way that Adam Schefter basically, rolled the red carpet out for him and said, here you go. It's my way or the highway now, biatch. Buccaneers aren't just going to let you come back. Newsflash, ladies and gentlemen, not only did we do it, we've decided to help him assemble the greatest team ever. Yes, injuries are going to come and play a big problem in this later on, but I do not think it's going to happen with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because as you see, that's happening across the league. Everybody's going to get banged up and everybody's going to get injuries. But that is why we are signing the players that we have. So not only do we have depth, not only do we have rookies, but at the end of the day, we have something that other players don't have. And that's the superstar talent. Julio Jones, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage. Absolutely amazing wide receiving core. Lenny, getting ready for those playoffs. Are you kidding me? Gronk coming back for the Germany game. I'm calling it now. It's not confirmed. Okay, don't everybody go screaming and being like, whoa, what? It's not confirmed. Okay, it's not confirmed. But at the end of the day, we have this great team. You want to know why we have this great team? Because we're letting Tom Brady do whatever the F he wants. Tom Brady wants to take 10, 11 days off to go deal with some personal family matter. Is it really our business? At the end of the day, the man, as me and Kate were talking about in the background there, has a mother who is dealing with some health issues. But not only that, he's got a family that he's basically abandoned. I hate to say it like that, but he's abandoned for the last 25 years. He's not necessarily full on abandoned them, but he hasn't been there for certain things. He hasn't been able to sit down and watch Sunday Night Football with his son, like Eli's been doing, and Peyton and some of these other retired quarterbacks have been doing with their sons. Of course, Drew Brees is one of them, just to throw that little bit of shade. But the one thing we as the Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans have to do is we just have to let this be. He is going to deal with something that is outside of our reach. Do we really want to be drafting, Malik Willis in the first round? I mean, everybody's all like, "Oh, look what he did. It would have been fun." No. Tampa Bay Buccaneers know exactly what they're doing. We have got a good squad of rookies. We have got a lot of vets coming in. We got a lot of dead money that's going to happen later on. And you don't think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are ready for that? Kyle Trask's deal only lasts for another 2 years after this season, respectively. And then you think we're honestly going to use him as our franchise? I don't think so. Blaine Gabbert's not going to stay here for long either. Bruce Arians is currently sitting in an office, scribbling down notes, probably drinking tequila or whatever the heck it is. And he's finding our future quarterback. That's what he's doing. He's out there right now finding our future quarterback. He's finding prospects. He's finding players. He's finding guys who are actually going to play in the Tampa Bay weather. It's not easy. Have you seen what's been going on? As we talked about last week, the annual hamstring injury that exists with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It sucks. It really, really does suck. But it's something that we're going to deal with. And so what? He's not here for preseason games. Do you not honestly think that this is just another challenge that Tom Brady has to accomplish? I ain't going to show up for a while. I ain't going to be available for a bit. I'm just going to sit here, do my job, take a little bit of a break, come back, and have everybody be like, Tom Brady is going to lose this season. He's just going to win it again. He's going to piss off every fan base out there, from the Minnesota Viking fan base to the Philadelphia Eagles to the damn Cowboys and to everybody else in the NFC South, or to everybody else in just the NFL in general. Man's going to complete the trifecta of rings on his hand. Whether it's our business or not to deal with this personal stuff to snip out this personal stuff that he's dealing with, it's not. I know everybody thinks they're entitled to a job, to make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing as an analyst or whatever. But it's not your job, nor should you care as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, nor should you even worry about anything going on with Tom Brady, except for the fact that you don't have one of his signatures in your house. That's probably the only thing that you should be worrying about when it comes to Tom Brady. And at the end of the day, he is going to come back and he is going to do something good. He is going to do something incredible. And it's going to be absolutely amazing to see. Whether everybody likes it or not. Okay? So everybody just needs to leave Tom Brady the F alone. He's not Kyle Trask. He's not Blaine Gabbert. He's not some of these other quarterbacks you see in these preseason games that need all the attention and all the preparation they can get in order to win a game. That is not how it goes at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason why we made this show. I want to get real Buccaneer takes from real Buccaneer fans and people doing real Buccaneer shows that are out there. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be right back with our first guest, Kate Alyssa from Let's Talk Footballs, the Girls Only Show, which I know I'm probably screwing that up. And she's also doing the college show, and she's going to introduce herself a lot better than what I just did, because I am obviously a complete mess right now. But also, shout out to you, Christopher Cole. I see that dust up of the offensive line and the Dolphins defense. I saw that video that you got there, buddy. Look at you go. Look at you being a better analyst. I can only sit here and talk and entertain the masses about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can actually go out there and take videos, man. That's why you have value. You have value to all of us, buddy. Much love to Christopher Cole out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you are seeing, give a like and a share. Give a follow. Because I don't know if you do. Does anybody else see what that little helmet is right there? That looks like it got a signature on it, don't it? That little guy. That little, right there. Yep. I think it does. I think it does. You want to know how you can win it? Just keep watching. All right, ladies and gentlemen, commercial break, and we'll be back with our first guest to talk Buccaneers and get everybody's season perspective of what they think is going on with our Bucs. So be right back. Live here, ladies and gentlemen. NSD talking Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, and tell everybody to come take a look today. Because not only do we got some crazy giveaways, we got a brand new show that we're going to be showing off to the house. That's about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. But after we get a few people's takes, first thing we got right here in the house, Miss Kate, TV 12's biggest fan, Alyssa, and she is the host of, can you say the shows properly so I don't have to do them up again?
It's Let's Talk Football, Ladies Takeover.
What it's called. Let's Talk Football, Ladies Takeover.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild concept I had, and I took it to Sean, and he's like, let's go. And I originally was not thinking of me being on it. And then, of course, I'm now on it. So I thought it was going to be like Janae and Delilah and Ash, and he's like, no, you're going to be on it.
Yeah, you're part of this now too, So,
and then he's just taken me on a tangent, and I'm doing college football. In the spring, I'll be doing college basketball. So,
hey, she's
I'm
all
a
over
sports
the
girl.
place. She's all over the place for Let's Talk Football. She is also all over the place for her love for Mr. Tom Brady. She loves him a lot more that he's in Tampa Bay, don't you?
I do. And I just want to preface, I've been a fan of his since Michigan because I'm a big Michigan fan. Yes. It's not something that just happened because he came to the NFL and started winning Super Bowls.
I mean, it's nice that he started winning Super Bowls right off.
Oh, definitely. Oh, my gosh.
Round pick.
Yeah.
Round, right? Yeah, it's fifth round, not fourth round. I always said fourth round.
Sixth round, 199.
Sixth round. That's what 199. I always know 199. I could just never remember the round because football and basketball rounds and hockey rounds, they're all different.
There's so many different drafts, so many different ways to do it. But yeah, he was sixth round, 199.
Right. And so if only he went 200, that would have just made it just a little bit better. I think he would have been like the only quarterback that would have been able to get away with wearing the number 20. Because then you know, a little bit of shout out, be like, I'm a 200th pick. And I'll just do whatever the hell I want. So Kate, first question I got for you is, what is your regular season predictions for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
13-4.
13-4?
Yep.
13-4. What major games do you think they win?
I think they're going to win a lot of games. I think definitely they're going to win the opener against the Cowboys. I just have a good feeling. I feel like we just have one of the most stacked receiver cores in the NFL, next to probably Cincinnati. Their receiver core is well stacked.
That is true.
But I just have a good feeling, and I thought maybe late spring, early summer, there was a good chance we would get Julio Jones. I know Tom was thinking about talking to him. So I was really excited when they finally signed him because I was like, let's go. Let's go. And when I saw that Godwin was working with the witch doctor, as I call him, of Tom Brady's, And I was like, yeah, he's going to get ready. He's going to be ready for the season opener. And he's in training camp. He's got pads on and he's going. So I was like, yeah, we're going to have a good season this year. I have a good feeling about this.
Yeah, I'm very happy that he's back for just one more season because I got basically the same as everybody sees. Where is it there? I got the 12-5, so I'm just the one off from you. I think we'll lose a couple right off the bat, but I don't necessarily think we'll be as bad at the beginning of the season as everybody thinks.
And
go ahead.
I definitely think we'll be in a good spot when Tom comes back. I don't think it's going to be a huge detriment to training camp. And God knows Kyle Trask needs as many snaps as he can get, knowing that he's probably going to be our second option at quarterback. So he needs to get some reps in. So Tom needs to go away so he can get better.
Okay, so with that being said, then obviously if you got them going 13-4, that would probably obviously have them in the playoffs, unless everybody decides to go unbeaten in the NFC, which I don't see happening. How far in the playoffs do you see the Buccaneers actually going then?
I see us as the NFC champs going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. So if we're in the Super Bowl, do we win it?
We definitely do because he always loses one and then comes back and wins one.
So who do you think the Buccaneers would play in the finals then?
Oh, in the AFC?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. I think the Rams have a good chance of repeating in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I don't see Kansas City at all.
Okay.
And I maybe see the Bills.
I think
it's going to be Bills, Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. Gotcha. I think Janae's massive piece of magic is going to give us a great season this year.
Oh, okay.
I have a good feeling about Josh Allen and the Bills with Von Miller now there and everything. I think they're going to go far.
I do too. Von looks really good.
He looks really good.
Hearing a lot of good things about him in camp there too. So, now here's my big question to you, because I'm gonna have a giveaway at the end of the season for whoever gets closest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I put at least Kate right here. What do you think? How many yards do you think Brady will throw?
5,432.
5,432 yards for Tom Brady. Nice. I like
up
that.
His yardage every season. He does it every season. He goes up. He does not go down.
He's he's been consistently and then he got in our offense and he just, boom, just skyrocketed.
And the quarterback coach said he's never seen him look better.
Okay.
In training camp, I was watching an interview and the quarterback coach said he is just looking beautiful.
Oh, I cannot wait for his season to start. Okay, so last question I got for you.
Yeah.
And then we'll obviously get you to promote yourself a couple more times and we'll get you out of here because we got a couple people in the back that we're going to also get their takes on today. Last question for you. Is this Tom Brady's last season?
Can I say this on your show? Oh, fuck no.
Oh, I love it. You don't think he's going to retire?
Oh, heck no. He's not done. He even said it'll be a season-to-season decision. He said that. He said, don't count me out until I say I'm out.
I like that.
So I don't think we've seen the end of Mr. TB12 at all.
That is absolutely awesome. I love the drop of the F-bomb. All right. Kate, TB12 biggest fan, Albertson. Thank you for being here tonight.
Anytime.
Promote yourself and tell everybody where they can find you one more time.
You can find me every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern time on the Let's Talk Football Ladies Takeover. And then every Saturday morning, if you're into college football as NFL fans and Buccaneer fans, you can catch me on Let's Talk Football, College Football on Saturday mornings around 10-ish in the morning, I think is when we're going to go try to get our show in before the games start. But definitely check us out on the ladies show where you'll see me be more obnoxious about TV12 because I'm dealing with 2 Cowboy fans. So
Right.
I have to give them all of my raspberries every Thursday.
I forgot there's a few cowgirls on there too. So
Oh God, you said cowgirls.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get hate for that in so many different chats now. I know it. Anyways, Kate, thank you so much for being on here tonight. Much love, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks. Bye.
See you later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Kate Alyssa or Alverson. I keep calling her Alyssa. I just call her by the Facebook name. My apologies. She is obviously from the Let's Talk Football's Ladies Takeover, as she was promoting it. I was checking out everything else. Everything's all good. She is on here tonight first because we lost a couple of our guests tonight. So I said, you know what? Instead of making her the bronze medalist tonight, I just decided to make her the first person in. 5,432 yards, Kate says, for Tom Brady. She says, fuck no. Fuck no to him being retired at the end of this season. That is absolutely amazing. I did not see that coming. I honestly did not see that coming. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest tonight is another lady, and she is one of my old co-hosts, actually. We used to do a couple of shows together back in the day. She is the lovely lady who runs one half, I do believe now, of the Buck Wild Show on Bucks Report every Saturday. Teresa Baxterr, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm good, Andrew. How are you, hon?
I am good. Thank you so much for being on tonight. I know you were messaging me saying that you were possibly going to have a little bit of troubles. It is awesome to see you here tonight, though. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, you see the popsicle thing. You don't see me.
Which, hey, at least we got your beautiful voice on here to talk to all the Buccaneer fans and let them know exactly what you think is going to happen this week. So I got the show right, though. You're one of 2 hosts on the Buck Wild Show now, right?
Yeah, it's myself and Slick from the UK.
Good old Stevie Slick Probert.
Yep. And I tell you what, since I've been out, shout out to him and the dude because they've been holding that show together.
Hey, shout out to both those boys out there, especially to Stevie because I've seen him random. Like it is hard for a European to pick up American scheduling for some of these shows. Like he does some shows very early in the morning here. So shout out to him and shout out to everybody there at the rest of you at the Buck Wild Show and the rest of you at Bucks Report. As I see a couple of people popping in here, how are we doing tonight, Andrew? Hope all is well with you. Same to you, Alex Schomber. That is 1/4 or 1/5 host of the NFL edition every Thursday night. I hope you're feeling better, Teresa. Prayers to you. Yes, prayers and shout outs to you, Teresa. Let's get your first take. Let me get this first question out of the way. What is your regular season prediction for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year?
Mine was the same as hers is 13-4.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if we get past the first 4 games, we're looking good. Mid-schedule, I think I've got a little bit of a problem with, gosh, I can't remember who we're playing mid. It's after the Falcons, though.
Oh, okay. I should have it already.
I keep wanting to say, I don't know, but for the Super Bowl, Buccaneers, I say that every year. Since 1976, I've been saying that.
Of course.
But I do think this is the year. Regardless of what Brady's going to do in the future, regardless of, everything happening with the team, the injuries and stuff, I think this is the year. The receiving core is amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
I'm waiting to see Kyle Rudolph in the tight end slot. I haven't seen a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm waiting to see, I guess, how the front line holds up with Jensen being out.
Okay, yeah, I with the Hainsey there, like I'm skeptical as well, but there's a 3rd round pick, and I just hope it's just the Florida hamstring thing, which sounds like a baseball team almost at this point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the heat's real down there, people. The heat is real.
Well, you're close enough in Georgia too. You're pretty warm there as well, are you not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And every year when the kids start coming back to high school practices and everything, everybody's getting cramps and pickle juice is going out the stores like you wouldn't believe.
So I guess that answers the second question of how far do you see the Bucs going? You think all the way to the Super Bowl? Do you think we win the Super Bowl? Who do you think that the Buccaneers would play in the Super Bowl then?
The Bills.
And you think the Bills as well, eh?
Mm-hmm. If it's not the Bills from some catastrophic reason, then I see the Bengals.
Oh, you think the Bengals can get back in there?
Yeah. They've got a great receiving core.
They do have a great receiving core. My only thing I have on Cincinnati is I always say give every team a year of tape on a combination, and I think that they'll eventually kind of put it to end. But
exactly.
But then they'll just have to wait another year to get the tape on the Tyler Boyd season you'll have or the T. Higgins season you'll have. So okay, you can see the Bengals being there again. So how many yards do you see Tom Brady throwing this year?
I've got him pegged for 5,500.
Right on the nose?
Yep.
5,500 yards on the nose. So he would just come up short of the all-time record, but he would still be in that elite club, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I only question the all-time record thing because he doesn't have Gronk. He's having to find a comfort level with a new tight end, with some new wide receivers. The run game,
that's
it is what it is.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, I did like the comments by Todd Bowles with regards to that tight end position where he was talking about that's the reason they signed Julio Jones. Like it's not often that you can just get a wide receiver in a tight end body like that. So I'm happy we have the Julio Jones. I'm still on the side that Gronk comes back for the Germany game though.
I don't know. He's getting ready to have a retirement party, from what I understand.
I know, but wouldn't it be just cool to have everybody come over for a retirement party and it was like him doing like an episode of Pranked just to like
coming out in uniform?
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, he doesn't even show up because he's on a boat all the way across the seas there. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, I love Gronk. I love how he plays. I love the passion he brings. I'm hoping he comes back, but I'm not holding out hope he comes back. You know what I mean?
No, I also hear you. I'm not holding out hope. I would love him to come back. I think the Buccaneers have just enough money to allow him to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So, and especially if you just fill it with incentives, I think, come back for the Germany game, get a little bit of that money from the Germany game, because that's a lot of people who want to come see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Right.
You don't think a lot of people don't want to come see Gronky's two tutties in Germany? Come on now.
Oh, please. They'd love to see him over in Germany.
Exactly. So the last question I got for you tonight, would this be Tom Brady's last season then?
I keep going back and forth on this. If he can't get whatever he's wanting to get done in Tampa, no. I can see him not wanting to go out on a down note.
So kind of like the Brett Favre thing where it's like the whole Minnesota.
No, at least I think Tom will be, will recognize when it's time to go.
Okay.
But I mean, let's face it, he's got a lucrative contract waiting for him to get out. So you never know what he's going to do.
It's the NFL's way of being like, let's go.
Exactly. Some
of these other kids want to set up a legacy, man. Get out of here. Like, please.
Either that or we don't want you playing your son in a Super Bowl.
Oh, my goodness gracious. How awesome. Or Drew Brees' kids or any of those other former players' sons that start coming up into the college rankings.
Exactly.
He waits until Arch Manning gets drafted. Nah, I'm waiting. Not till this kid goes to the Super Bowl. I want my revenge on some Mannings here. It's like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love it here. Teresa, thank you so much for being here tonight. tell everybody again where they can find you. Promote yourself. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Saturday nights at 9:00 on Bucks Report Buck Wild Show. We were doing YouTube. I don't know if we're back on Facebook yet or not. I just haven't investigated that quite as thoroughly. And I do want to say to everybody that's familiar with me and familiar with the show, and like Alex, thank you guys for really keeping me in your prayers and stuff. For those that you don't know, I had a procedure done. I've got a liver transplant finally. And it's been interesting, let's say that. But I thank you guys all for your prayers and your thoughts. And, keep them coming. I love it.
We always got you. We always got you. Don't you worry. Because you know for a fact that when I get on this big road trip that I'm going to find some way to take 8 hours to come up to Georgia just to see you, bring the wife and the kids and stuff like that. So
do it.
All right, Teresa, thank you again so much for being on here. Everybody check her out and Stevie Slick Probert on the Buck Wild Show every Saturday. What time again?
9:00.
There we go. 9:00 Eastern time. That would be 7 p.m. Mountain time for all the folks who are tuning in from the mountain area in the central of Canada and the United States. Thank you again so much, Teresa. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Have a great one. See, this has been already a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. Teresa, Kate being on here. We got 5,432 yards as Kate's guess. We got Teresa's guess at 5,500 yards. Right on the nose, too. We had a couple of other guesses into the comment section that I wanted to make sure that I get out of the way. Sean Spencer says 11-6 championship game. Brady will throw for 4,500 yards. 4,500 yards. Hold on. Let me put that up. There we go. Sean says 4,500. 4,500. 40 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's not bad. He'll make us wait until next season starts until he makes his decision. I like that. A couple other comments here. Sean Spencer says, looking good, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. It was Kate's idea. Couldn't have done it without you. That is right. That's right from what I've heard. She brought it up. He also throws trophies. Damn right he throws trophies. Ash Swinton, one of the other hosts of Let's Talk Football, which, hold on, let me get it up here. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's Talk Football on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. Get at them. At Let's Talk Football. That's where all the homies are at. All the fam jam. All the different shows there on Let's Talk Football with Janae Strother and Sean Spencer. We apparently, I ain't going to say nothing. Actually, no, that ain't me. Nope. That's like me at this festival yelling out gum really loudly. You're not supposed to do that, Andrew. Shut your mouth, Mr. Gingy Faubert. Will Tom Brady throw another trophy? He'll throw. I think at this point, if he starts throwing anything, he's going to start throwing rings. Throwing his trophy around, and his rings will start falling all over the place. Hainsey looked good yesterday, Christopher Cole said. That's right. I actually saw that too. Colin Wallace, thank you for tuning in. Is this going to be peak Vikings Rudolph or useless Giants Rudolph? Ooh. Now, where did Jimmy Graham go right after New Orleans? Was he on the Seahawks? It was the Seahawks and then the Bears. That's what it was? Because what I see Kyle Rudolph being for us is not like Jimmy Graham on the New Orleans Saints, but say like a Jimmy Graham on the Seattle Seahawks, where if that's the right team anyway, where what he did on that team for just a season and a half was enough. If they would have had that championship team ready to go a season in advance, it would have been absolutely incredible. But he was really good. Yeah, I see there. And then Ben Cornett down there. I see you, Ben Cornett. I see you. Graham was with Green Bay, I believe, last year. And then Ash Swinton says Seattle. And then Seattle, then Bears. Okay, so it was Seattle and then Bears. Okay, and then Packers. That's it again. I don't know. No, get out of here. That's hilarious. There was a couple comments I wanted to get to as well. I saw this one. Julio Jones just said he's picking up the Buccaneers playbook fairly quickly. He looks deadly in camp, in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. He's a lot of fun in camp. And absolutely a lot of fun to watch in camp. It is like having another tight end. Alex Schummer says, where do you see Lenny sitting at yard-wise? Ooh. I actually think Rachaad White's going to come in a lot more than people think. And I've not been wanting to say that in fantasy shows because I've just been wanting to make sure that I keep getting him. But I think he's going to come into play halfway through the season when people start getting a little bit more of the playbook on Lenny. And I find that there being that takes away some yards, but I still see Lenny getting at least 1,100 on the ground and probably 500 passing. And the 500 yards passing would come in games that like everybody would be like, oh my God, I got 100 yards receiving or whatever. Or like 80 or 90 or something like that. So I think that's kind of where I'd see Lenny being for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get one more quick commercial in, and then we're going to bring in another guest. I think actually our last guest tonight, because we've had a couple of cancellations, and then Sedor just got to me and said he's got a bit of an emergency, like a bed emergency or something like that. So hopefully that's all good. Sedor, if you're watching tonight, all good, buddy. We'll get you on another week here before the season starts. Shout out, though, to all the people liking and sharing and following this show, because in about 17 minutes and 51 seconds, we are going to have the first look of the brand new Buccaneers show that is coming out here on NSD, and we'll have more details for you, obviously, in that time frame. So one more quick commercial, and then we are going to have the NFL edition on Buck Report's very own other host, as I was trying to say earlier, either 1/4 or 1/5 of the host of NFL edition, Mr. Ben Cornett, when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here at NSD. Like and share and follow. Like and share and follow the show. Ayo, 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 ayo. Before we get Ben Cornett in here, I want to make sure I got this one up because he did say it at the bottom, and I want to make sure that I get it down on the board so that he is given a chance at the giveaway at the end of the season, ladies and gentlemen. Christopher Cole says 3,800 yards, 39 TDs, and 4 interceptions because of our running game. I like that prediction. I actually like that prediction a lot. Now let's bring the man on, Mr. Benny from the Jets, the man who lives in Vegas. And I literally, if I'm planning a trip to Vegas, I even told the fiance today, if we're planning a trip to Vegas, we're planning a trip around many different things. But I get at least half a day with Ben Cornett. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. NFL editions, 1/4, 1/5. How many hosts do you got? Hosts.
There's so many. We're probably gonna have like 10, in a few weeks. So.
Okay, so 1/5 host of the NFL edition, Mr. Ben Cornett. How are we doing tonight, my friend?
I'm good, Andrew. How you doing, sir?
I am good. It's good to see you. It's good to talk to you. It's
good to see you. It has.
We talked to each other on shows and in the comment sections, but we're not on the same show for the last little while. So.
Right. Yeah. We need to break that monotony. How do I say it? That monotony.
We need to.
I can't come up with the word.
We need to break this hate on Canadians.
No. Well, yeah, that too.
It's a stereotype. No, I'm just kidding.
Monogamy. That's what I'm trying to say.
Misogyny. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, how have you been, buddy? You've been good, obviously.
Yeah, I've been great, man. We're ready. First game's tomorrow night.
That's right. We get the Dolphins. Your other host there says Benny. Vegas. Thank you for tuning in, Alex Schomber. Obviously got you in here today to talk about our Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a little bit. Got the 4 big questions for you, obviously, today. So let's start it off right off the bat with, what is your regular season prediction for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Well, I'll tell you, Andrew, it's been a while since we've talked, and a lot of things have happened in a while. As you know, unfortunately, we lost our center, Ryan Jensen, for a while. I don't know if it's for the year or not, because his knee is still swollen. They haven't done an MRI yet, but let's hope for the best. But regardless, he's going to be out for a while. So now, I had him 12-5 to start, obviously. That was like July. And then the Jensen injury goes down. And unfortunately, we lost. Well, Russell Gage got hurt with the leg injury. Hopefully, that's not serious. But look, they're still going to make the playoffs. They're still going to win the division. I got them 11-6. That's my prediction. They'll win the division, obviously, and 11-6. I think that's fair. Obviously, the Bucs will probably lose a couple games here and there. That happens. You know, whenever Brady's only had one perfect. Well, he's never had a perfect season, one perfect regular season. But I mean, you know, this team. There's a lot of changes too, Andrew. I mean, we've lost some players, we've gained some players, but it's going to take some time to get that chemistry going. But this is still a good team. They're still a Super Bowl contender. So for the regular season, 11-6.
Okay, 11-6. Yeah, that's pretty close actually to what I was saying too. There, I think like might split the first 4 games of the season. Like have a little bit of respect for the rest of the league, I guess you would say out there. And then probably start picking it up. Kind of what Teresa was saying. The little bit of the middle kind of freaks me out, but towards the end there, I think it's like our first season where it's kind of like a little layup.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Right. Yep.
So obviously you see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting into the playoffs. So how far do you see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going in the playoffs?
I'm going to say, if I had to guess today right now, which you put me on the spot, I'm going to go at least the championship game in the NFC.
Okay.
You know, only because right now, again, I got to see more out of this team first. We got Russell Gage now in our defense, our secondary, Logan Ryan. We do have some changes. We got to see how Logan Hall does. You know, he's pretty much replacing Ndamukong Suh, so he's a rookie. So it's going to take a bit. Next to Villa, Joe Tyron Shanika, that's another guy who, is supposed to be a breakout star, supposedly, and we'll see what he can do, to ultimately replace JPP. And it's, defensively, I think we'll be good, but we'll see what happens. It's just it's too early to tell is what I'm saying. But right now, if I had to pick, NFC Championship game.
Okay. Who do you think we would lose to in the NFC Championship game then?
Rams.
Yeah.
Andrew, they're just our kryptonite right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, we can't beat this team. I don't know why. We just have not had any. I don't know what it is. Obviously, they're great defensively. They know how to plan for Brady and the offense. We're going to play him this year. We're playing him in Tampa, I think, middle of the season. So they're a tough team, man. And I know it's hard to go back to a Super Bowl, but I think if one team can do it, it's the Rams.
I do too. Yep.
Just being honest. Got to be fair and partial. I can't be Buck fanning it,
No, exactly.
as much as I want to. Yeah.
I've got the same thing too. Tampa Bay versus LA Rams, and the LA Rams beat us. But it's only just because I want to break my own heart when it comes to that. You know what I mean? I'd rather the Buccaneers go to the Super Bowl. So
yeah.
Now the big question that I got for you today, because this kind of goes into a big pool and a big giveaway that's going to happen here later on. How many yards do you think Tom Brady throws this year?
Ooh, who was it? Christopher Cole that said the running game is going to be a big difference in how many yards he's. I tend to agree with them because from what I can tell so far in training camp, Rachaad White is really balling out. He wants to be not just getting playing time. He wants to be the guy. And I know that, yes, and I know that's Leonard's job and everything, but this is a good battle. And you got a guy that can real quick, Rashad White played at Arizona State. He played in a pro-style offense because you had former NFL coaches, Herm Edwards, you had Marvin Lewis on that staff. You had other NFL coaches that are on that staff. So he's kind of used to that pro-style offense. So that running game, I think, is going to be a key this year for this team. And, I'm going to go 3,900 yards, just under 4,000. Just under 4,000. Because, 3,900.
I like that. I mean, I do think the run game is going to come into play here a little bit more. 3,900 yards. Brady, I guess we would lose the NFC Championship game if Tom Brady threw 3,900 yards.
And you got to remember too. I mean, also we can't just be pass heavy. We're gonna have to run the ball. That's been the key to any offense. Really, you got to have that balance, and especially with Brady, he likes having to have good running backs. Look what he did with LeGarrette Blount, who was a former Buck in New England. He had James White, who just retired. He's had a plethora of running backs that have done well in that offense. So I think that's going to be the only reason why I think he's just going to be under 4,000.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I've been on the border of actually like going on and making a bet where I'm like, Tom Brady's going to break the all-time passing record. He's going to throw for 6,000 yards. But I'm like, just everyone needs to be healthy, and we're already losing guys. And I'm just like,
Yeah, and that's the thing too. We're losing like receivers. That's the thing. So we got to run the ball more. And also he's 45, guys. I mean, he's not a spring chicken. I know he could. He looks young. He looks younger than Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
But again, the running game is going to be so vital for this team. That's why I think it's just going to be under 4,000. So that's my opinion.
So with that being said, then, if he throws for 3,900 yards, do you think this is Tom Brady's last year? Or just in general, do you think this is Tom Brady's last year?
I thought it was this past year.
Yeah. I think we all did.
I think we all did. But I got a feeling it is. I mean, I think he just wants one more crack at it. Win or lose, I think he's going to be done. I mean, he's got, he's taking time off now for 10 days, right? Supposedly he's doing a movie. So there are interests outside the NFL. They said he wants a balance between life and work. So, and by the way, that whole U.S. magazine that came out with the Gazelle shit, don't listen to it. That's just garbage.
Everybody's
garbage. Yes. So, but anyway, what I'm saying is I think it is going to be his last year. I do. And I think he's going to move on. He signed that deal with Fox to be an announcer on the week's America's Game of the Week. So there's a lot of interest out there for Brady. He thinks about his brand too. So, there is going to be life after football, but I think he wants one more crack at it. And by the way, I think he didn't like the way that when he retired at first, that it got leaked.
Hell no.
It's like, dude, wait a minute now. You're telling them, Schefter, what the hell? So he wants to go out on his own terms.
Yeah. He's basically already come out and already got ahead of it on Schefter. So if Schefter comes out at the end of the season and goes, Tom Brady's retiring, we already fucking knew that, Schefter, you idiot. And then if he doesn't retire, and be like, yeah, that's right, Schefter, you idiot. You're an idiot, Schefter. You're just an idiot.
You're an idiot both ways.
You're 1,000% an idiot, Schefter. Ben, this has been fun. Thank you so much for being on here tonight, my friend. We are definitely going to have to do this again. I might try and get you on next weekend as well, because we had a couple people who missed this weekend who've been reaching out saying that they would love to come on next weekend, because obviously we're getting a little bit better with their plans. So I'm going to try and get you back on here next weekend. Where I'll probably have a new show, which I'm going to advertise right when I get you out of here. But before I get you out of here, buddy, let me let you advertise yourself here. Where can everybody find you, my friend?
Okay, Andrew. On Twitter, you can find me at BennyBoy702. That's BENEBOY 702. That's my area code. You can find me on Facebook, obviously, and every Thursday nights on the NFL edition on Bucks Report with 1/5, 1/7, 1/27, 1,000th host. Whoever. We just bring the party on and just do our things. So check us out. It comes on at 10 p.m. Eastern Thursday nights. NFL edition on Bucks Report on YouTube.
That's right. Yeah, on YouTube right now, you guys have an issue with Facebook or something like that, aren't you?
Yeah, from what I heard, yeah. I'm not on those side of things. That's all I know. So just saying, I'm a guest. So.
I'm just the guest host, man.
Yeah, hey, you can't blame me for that.
I just put my hands up and say no, it's not my fault. So, again, Ben, thank you so much for being on here tonight, brother. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate it, bro. Take care.
Have a good one, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ben Cornett from the NFL edition, giving it 38 and 3,900 yards. 38 and 3,900 yards. The man would retire right after that. Though I mean, I can see it happening. I definitely can see it happening. That's for sure. Christopher Cole says defense is going to be playing a lot of cover 2, so we'll be able to run the heck out of the ball. You're damn right, dude. You're damn right. The Buccaneers are going to be running the ball a lot, especially like Ben was saying, if Rachaad White actually goes for the number 1 overall running back position, basically taking $21 million away from Leonard Fournette. Well, not the full $21 million, because Leonard Fournette would still get some money. Let's not forget that. Okay, Lenny's still got to eat. Playoff Lenny's still going to be out there wanting all that. He's going to want all that smoke and all that stuff. People saying that he was fat and everything else like that. Like, everybody's just got to give it a bit of a break here, okay? Give it a bit of a break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we even decide to do anything to end this show, we got one last thing to show you. Okay? This show is now going to do what the Marvel Universe likes to call an incursion. They're all going to fight each other and shit, and we're going to find out who is the best show. And what I mean by that is NSD is the platform. What you see here is the NSD show. It's basically what I do is a fantasy football show, and today, obviously, we didn't have any fantasy football. So tomorrow, check out the page. We're going to have an article out to talk about the 4 players you're going to want in this upcoming redraft that are going at the back rounds that you're going to want to keep an eye on. Maybe take them a round or 2 earlier than you would think. Stay tuned for that. But if you've been waiting here this whole time to see exactly what I got coming up here for you, ladies and gentlemen, these Sunday nights for your NFL season, I am coming back, and I'm going to be talking Buccaneers every Sunday night. When all the football games are done, I'm going to be the one that's on. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, still figuring that out. But you are now being introduced to the Maple Buck Show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Maple Buck Show. Going to be premiering every Sunday, right after every NFL game. Probably starting in 2 weeks here to get you prepared for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only damn thing we talking on there. All right? We talking nothing but Bucks. Canadian content of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. A nice, beautiful thing that we used to have every Sunday is now coming back full force. Brand new name, brand new segments, brand new guests, brand new everything. I ain't done. And I'm sticking around. So if you want all the Buccaneers content that you can't handle, and for every win, we're obviously going to be taking a shot of maple syrup. Just for our good friend Joshua Cole Allen there at Pewter Report. Since every single time he pops on, that's all he ever talks about is Andrew Faubert taking a shot of maple syrup. So, ladies and gentlemen, That is what's happening. Every Sunday, the Maple Buck Show coming at you from NSD. Check it out here. I'm going to be sharing it to YouTube, obviously to Twitter. It's going to be here on Facebook, shared live everywhere. Talking only your Buccaneers, baby. And if they play on a Monday night, obviously we'll be popping up on a Monday night to talk about it right after that. But we're talking Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the weekends, late at night, for all the people who are sticking up late to get all their content before they go back to work on Mondays. There goes the pen, obviously. You're going to be chilling out with me at the Maple Buck Show. God, I cannot wait. Brand new things. Let me put it up in the corner there. Boop. That's right. Maple Buck Show. Maple Buck Show. I'm going to post a picture of it here in a little bit on Facebook for all of y'all to see. But I just wanted to give a shout out to all the guests again that we had tonight. Obviously, we had Kate Alverson, our friend from Let's Talk Football from the Girls Takeover show. We also had Miss Teresa Baxterr from the Buck Wild show on Box Report with her host, co-host, there we go, Stevie Slick Probert. They're live every Saturday night. And then, of course, you got Ben Cornett, 1/5, 7th, 9th, 10th, whatever you want to call it, host of the NFL edition, live on Box Report every Thursday at 7:30. He said 8, but it's like 7:30, I'm pretty sure. So get to them, check them out. Much love to that show. Much love to that thing right there. My goodness gracious. Sorry, I forgot I was live. Anywho, just again to show everybody, give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, give me a subscribe on the YouTube. I see the likes on the page have been flowing in the last few days. Much love to all the people who've been doing that. I see you all. Don't think that I don't see you all. We're going to be getting most of these people on for some guest work. But check this out. Since I got you all here, you see this beautiful thing right here? We're doing giveaways this season, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not only doing giveaways, we're giving real giveaways. Giveaways of authenticity. There we go. There's that bad boy. You see that right there? This is an authentic signed helmet. Does anybody see what that says right there? Anybody see? What is that? What does that say? A-Train? Oh, baby. Mike Allstat signed mini helmet, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be part of the giveaway this upcoming season. No, it is not for the Tom Brady closest person. No, no, no. It is going to be for something bigger and greater. You are going to have to find out how you can win not only this right here, ladies and gentlemen, the A-Train Mike Allstat mini helmet, but many ways that you can win not only signed Tampa Bay Buccaneer jersey later on in the season, as well as possibly some other stuff down in this box. Some other cool, fun stuff to give away. And we're going to be doing that all season long. So don't forget to like and share and subscribe, especially to North Sports Dynasty, if you want any chance of winning any of the stuff that we got. Not only that, shout out to you if you do, because we do. This is the thing that we do here. We create a community and we create a family. You shout me out, I shout you out. That's how this goes, ladies and gentlemen. See what I do here? Let's talk football. Shout out to Sean Spencer and Janae Strother and to all the other beautiful people out there on the Let's Talk Football family. Want to know why? Because they have family, ladies and gentlemen. And they brought me on to be part of their little family. I don't have my own show on there or anything like that. I'm a little swamped here. And if I don't give attention to the pretty one and stuff like that, I get in trouble. Okay. So, but we always give shout out to the people who give shout outs to us. So shout out to them. Shout out to all the guests again who were on tonight. And shout out to all you Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans out there. Much love to all of y'all. We will see you next weekend where we're gonna have the NSD. We're gonna have our player rankings. We're gonna have a couple more guests on, and we're gonna be talking to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And stay tuned in 2 weeks for the first ever Maple Buck Show. Let me get that thing up here. Woo! The Maple Buck Show. That's right. Get ready. We're gonna be talking Tampa Bay Buccaneer crap all the way from north of the border. That's where I am, making sure that you are all ready for this upcoming football season. Much love again to everybody who is. Oh, I see that. Sean's message says, not yet. Let's Talk Football needs a Canadian division. I like that. Hey, listen. Oh, we talk, baby. Much love to everybody again. I love all this. I love my Fridays when I get to hang out with y'all. Let's get it out of here the way that we all like it, with a little bit of my little intro extra from a little bit of love here too. Let me get it right here. Isolated Peaks Rebuild Restorer is what you were hearing at the beginning of the show and right at the end of the show. That is a shout out to one of our Dynasty members who has been a big football fan for many years. Dropping that comment or dropping that link in the comment section right now. There we go. So shout out to Isolated Peaks for letting me use their music, obviously at the very end of the show. But I'm gonna get you out of here with my intro. Much love to y'all again. Y'all are beautiful people. I'm gonna get out of here. I got too much stuff to do on a Friday night. So we'll talk to you later. Talk to you next week. Much love from NSD. Ciao.